I have a great swing tip for you that I finally have been able to implement for myself. So we're gonna go through it right now. So I just made probably one of the best swings on this hole I've ever made being here. I'll roll the clip in a second once I explain. So one of the big things I've been working on, and if you saw my kind of what I'm working on video, link below, is creating width in the swing so that as I can come down, you know, it's just a lot more fluid. One of the things I didn't talk about, and this has been a big emphasis with the gym and everything, is when you look at a professional swing, right? Their finishing position is very balanced, and you see like the thighs are squeezed together. They have this look, right? I've never been able to achieve that. If I look at any of my swings up until like literally a week ago, I had this like thigh gap. I can't even do it now because I built the maneuver in. What that just caused a lot of problems with is that if you're not braking with this leg, right? As you come down, you need to turn this leg in, and this leg needs to extend, and that's what turns the hips, right? It's not a spin out move, which is what I would always do, right? So I would spin out and have this huge gap, and that's just brutal for club face control from what I've learned. So now what we're doing is we're building a lot of width. We're trying to stay left shoulder over this, stay wide, okay? And as we come down and drop the hands, we're extending this leg up, turning this leg in. So this leg like turns in and pushes. And now that I've been able to open up the hips in the gym, this requires some hip mobility. If you're somebody who's working all day at a desk, you're gonna need some hip mobility exercises to open this up. I know I have. And as you turn and push up, you really glue those thighs together, and that's what gives you this balanced finish position. I used to have these just really bad misses constantly, right? It's like, I can ball strike like crazy, and then there are times where I'm like, dude, what is going on? And then this kind of clicked in. I've been trying to get this with Ryan, and we've been working on it, but just, I physically could not produce the results. All right, I'm gonna play you the swing now that I just did, so you can see. And see what was great about that swing is as I'm coming down, the hands are dropping nice and low through the slot, and that finishing position, and those legs are there. So we're gonna try and do this under the gun, okay? Under the gun, here we go. Well, that is right at it. All right, let's go see where those two balls are. The things I found that help make this move work and implement it is one, managing your tempo on the backswing. So I used to be extremely speedy, and when you're trying to whip the club back, it doesn't give you a ton of time to transition properly, and then as you come down, you're more likely to kind of spin out, right? So that's tough. The other thing is you have to kind of reverse a lot of the years of sitting, right? And that's tough. And so what I recommend is that if you're somebody who wants to get better at golf, highly, highly recommend that you need to start getting some personal training or some mobility going or some workouts going in order to make that move work. Because if your hips are tight, your glutes are tight, all of that, it's just not gonna happen. Not bad, not bad. I think this was also a big reason why my wedge game was so bad. So if you're someone that struggles with wedges, right? For these slow and controlled shots, being able to kind of just turn in very efficiently, right? Keep it wide and be graceful and balanced, I find has been very effective for these kind of shots. So I've got about 105 here. We've got a sand wedge, and I'm just gonna hit one in there and try and, you know, be graceful. That's like really good. Oh, that's right at it. There we go. This really excites me because it's something I've seen in professional swings that I've just physically been never able to pull off. And it scales all the way from wedges, as you see, all the way through to driver. I always fight a bit of a pull with the driver. And one thing I'm noticing is that now that I can plant better, that braking force is able to be applied that I've been working on with my coach, and I can kind of release my fade, and that fear of left disappears. So this is just kind of one of those things that, like, you know, what makes a pro golfer better than an average amateur? And it's these kind of moves that make a huge, huge difference. Look at that. We like darts. All right, we got to see if we can make the putt to end the video properly. Otherwise, you know, what are we doing? For those of you that are new to the channel, my name's Gabe. I have been training to be a professional golfer for the last 5 years, and I am working my tail off to see if I can pull it off. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Join me on the journey, and hopefully you can learn some stuff along the way. Let's go, baby. Woo! Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.